carry art project number 1, step 2, shading with watercolor pencils. For this step, you're going to need to pull out your watercolor pencils, red, yellow, blue, and black. And just to go with step 1, where you've already drawn your shapes and you've added in some shadows. Now in this step, we're going to practice shading darker and lighter, just to add that dimension with the use of light. If you notice when you're looking at your shapes, the sides that the light is hitting are lighter and the sides that the light is not hitting are darker. So when you're coloring in your shapes with watercolor pencil, try being a little bit harder on your pencil on the sides you're coloring that are out of the light and in the shadows, and just coloring really, really lightly on the parts of the shape that are in the light. So if you look here in the sphere, I'm coloring dark yellow around the back side that's in the shadow, and just very, very lightly yellow along the rest of the sphere. And this is going to, why is going to become more apparent when we use the water on the watercolor pencil in the next step. So with the cube, the front of my cube that I'm looking at is out of the light and in the shadows. So I'm going to color this one dark. I went out of the lines a little bit there. I'm trying to erase that with a smudge. The very top of the cube that I'm looking at, that I'm trying to draw, is in the light. So I'm just going to color that with a very, very light shade of red. And if you look here, I'm just going to add some shadow with the black watercolor pencil, and that's going to add some more dimension and a little bit more color too. I'm adding some shadows in on the sides of the shapes that are hidden from the light. So there's the shadow for the cube. That whole face is slightly dark, but you notice I'm not using any black watercolor on the top or the sides that are in the light. And once you've got everything shaded in with color, you are ready for step number 3.